Aotearoa. It's late at night, so I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee, but here we are. I have some money stuff in my savings challenges. So if you haven't been here before, every Sunday I do a mini savings challenge, and then during the week I stuff my regular income into my sinking funds and, you know, groceries and whatnot. So let's give this a count. 100, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 70. There's also $9 in coins sitting there. So this is thanks in part to some lovely people buying things in my shop, which is linked below. I sell budget binders and stuff. Again, if you're new. Let's get into it. As this is the last, well, it's the second day of the month, it's the 2nd of April, but I have a couple of big expenses coming up, so you'll see with some of these challenges I'm going for it. I'm going to finish a good couple today, but first I just wanted to show you this. I didn't make this, Liz and Les made this. I'll try and remember to link it below, but it's a freebie, and I am challenging myself to have a low spend month, and instead of spending my personal money, I'm going to be putting it in my elephant, who I have named Pearl, thanks to some lovely viewer suggestions. So Pearl's getting $2, and I also stuffed the $1 coin. I'll link in a little short I did of that. So yeah, that's a fun way to just pop aside a little bit of money, even if you're on a very, very low income. Now this one is my pets, it's for my pet sinking fund. I'm doing this out of my mini savings challenge booklet. Each of these little paw prints is $5, and then the mice are a bonus 10 each, so I'm going to finish this out. So that means 35 in there. I'll give it a little count. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to be restuffing this in some of my sinking funds. You can see where I put it. So I said 35. So this gives us a total in the pets challenge of 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 125. So that 125 I'll just pop in the back there. And now that I've freed up an envelope, I am going to start a new challenge. I'll let you know what that is once I've stuffed the rest of this money. This is by Haere. This is saving every week throughout the quarter of the year. So we're on week 13. We're actually on the last day of week 13, so just squeezing in, and that saves $10. But since I've got quite a bit, I'm going to fill in the 2 bonus slots, which are $25 each. So that's a total of 60 going into the quarter one, and I have now finished this out. And this money I've been saving up is going to go into my month ahead binder, so I'm really looking forward to stuffing a good amount in there. I have 100, 150, 250, 260, 70, 85, 95, $300. So we'll put that back there and remove that one. And I have already printed out, ready to go into the slot for next week, Q2. And I'll be using this for the same purpose, for getting my month ahead binder stuffed. It's a big amount, so I expect it will take me most of the year. Now the Living in the Moment challenge, this is one of mine. Each element is $10 for a total of $150. I've been stashing money in this to pay for a cut and colour having in the school holidays. It's actually coming up next Thursday, so I'm going to finish it today. Hopefully my head wasn't too much in the shot. I was concentrating. So I'm putting in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and there was a half, so it's 55. So that gives me 50, 100, 120, 125, 130. Hello kitty. That envelope is a little bit short and I'm not sure why. Anyway, here's 130 at the moment. So I will shove it back there. And I will figure it out later. So now that one's empty. The I Love Tacos challenge. It's here's the tracker here. It was on a big A4 sheet and I cut it down and I used the top of it as a sort of a dashboard thing. This is a slow burn, but I do have a bit of change, so I think I was thinking about putting $6 in here. Actually, I might just put $3 in this one. And the way I'm doing this tracker, there's a member of my family who is a primary school, or was a primary school teacher. So we just seem to have a lot of stickers. So this seems like a good way to use those up. Right, now, if you're not new here, you'll know that at the back I have a bunch of trackers that I haven't started, just because despite having a lot of stuff this week, normally I don't have a whole heck of a lot, and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. But also I sort of had some goals for the next 3 months, and they are around building up my emergency fund even more, so just keeping going with that. I also want to build up my sinking funds, particularly my health fund, so I thought a good way to start that would be to do another one of these little challenges. So I'm just going to do the March one. It's only $65 and each of these leaves is $2, and then the rake is $13 to make it up to $65. I'm just going to write there that I started on the 2nd of April. Oh, while I'm at it, I should also note that I finished this one today. So I got that done in 2 months, at the same time as I was doing the February challenge, a whole bunch of other challenges here, including this this quarterly challenge, which can be a bit of a monster. Some weeks are $35, which is quite a lot for me if I want to be spreading money elsewhere as well. But I managed it, so all to the good. Anyway, let's get started with this one, and what I might actually do is I'll put it in this envelope, because I think I've got, yeah, I got $4 there. So $4 is going to give me enough to do a couple of leaves. What colour leaves do I want? Brown, I guess. I'm not sure that they look like leaves, more like blobs, but anyway, I have started it. So there's $4 in there, and then I have $15 left. So I won't start this till next week. That one's been done. That's a daily one. So time to get cracking on some of these, I think. Let's put $5 in here. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is one of mine. It's free, by the way. There'll be a link below if you fancy getting this. I don't do perfect circles, I do blobs. I don't know, I guess that's me being perverse in a way. But it's also recognizing that you know, I'm not perfect and I don't have to colour perfectly to save. It's not about that. Boho Cat Savings is Madeline. She's Romanian, and that just goes to show that, well, firstly, YouTube connects us as a community, and people all over the world struggle with personal finance and budgeting. Well, I shouldn't say struggle. Share their journey with these things. I don't know. I just think that's quite heartening. You know, certainly not alone. It can be tricky sometimes. The last one I'll stuff today is Polygirl Budget. She is a local fellow Kiwi cash stuffer from up north. Forgive me, I'm just looking for, yeah, I really wanted to do these frangipanis pink. And this couldn't be any simpler. It's a $200 savings tracker. Each of these is $5. And I think that's where I'll leave it. Well, I've run out of money for savings in this little binder. But if you're still here and you're interested to know what I'm going to do with this lot, bear with, I'll show you. Right, just going to be tricky, remembering what goes, oh no, we'll start with the sinking funds. Okay. So, Freebie's got completely cleaned out, so it needs a bit of love, and I'm going to give it the 125. Oh Lord, 120, it's 130, it's getting this 125, 20, cool. So that it now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 20, 35, 40, 145, which is pretty decent, except that I'm going to go spend some of this straight away on medication for one of my cats. But that's alright, that's why we put money in sinking funds. It's there to be spent, right? Now let's head over to my short term. Beauty is where I save for haircuts and everything else. So yeah, I still haven't worked out where the extra 20 bucks is. This is a little bit undercooked. I need 170, I think, to get my hair cut and coloured. I've got 51, 120, 130, 5, 45, 50, 150. So I just need another $20 in there, and if I can't find it, oh well, I'll just have to stuff another 20 and then I'll be ready for the hair appointment next week. And this last bit of money is going to go in my month head binder, which I made, and unfortunately they're all sold out at the moment, but I am working on another release of these and I will let you know when they're ready to go. I'll give you a heads up. Might be worth subscribing if you're keen. I'll more than likely put it on the community page and then I'll just mention it in passing. So at the front here I've made myself this little dashboard, and I realise it's really small. I wanted it to be nice and minimal. But what I've got behind here is some lozenge shapes that are split into four, like 4 weeks. Before you tell me that some months have 5 weeks, I know that. What I've actually done is I have totted up all of my rent for 52 weeks and then divided it back into weekly. So I have a weekly amount and a monthly amount, you know, or 4 weekly amount for each thing I want to save for. My categories are rent, variable expenses, which is stuff like your food and petrol, utilities and insurance, and I have an empty one there. I had subscriptions, but it's not really a priority. I might change my mind at the end, but really, you know, these are the 4 categories that I have to stuff. So let's have a look at how much I've got to pop in. I'm thinking I will spread it around. I don't know, it just makes me feel better. I've got 100, 2, 250, 70, 90, 310, 330, 340, 350, 360, 375, 85, 90, 390. All right. So let's start at the bottom. Insurance is $50 a week. So by colouring in a quarter of the checker, it signifies I'm a quarter of the way towards my goal of being 1 month ahead. I hope that makes sense. Insurance is going to get 50. Utilities, we get 75. Variable expenses, that's food and petrol, is getting 150, and the rest will go to rent. 70, 80, 90, 100. It's 115. So with just 115 in rent, we've got a long way to catch up to everything else, but everything else is, is a quarter of a way towards my goal. So I'm a week ahead in utilities, insurance, and variable expenses. That's all the money. Thanks for being here. Let me know what you think of my dashboard, whether that makes sense to you. I've been thinking about how that dashboard could be altered for different scenarios, different circumstances. I'm thinking about potentially offering it as a physical item in my shop. So I'd love your feedback. If you think that's a good idea or not a good idea. I'm open to your thoughts. All right. Thanks for popping in and spending this time with me. I'll see you next time. Mā te wā.